Greetings and salutations, viewer. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by The Boy.
Hello.
This is Two Nerds Podcast. And before we get into anything else we're talking about today, we got to talk about what's crumpin'.
What has been crumpin' with you?
I've had a rough one.
Rough crump?
Yeah, I'm trying, my brain, it's sort of like having a really erudite toddler.
Okay.
It's got all the world experience of, or maybe like a cat or some other kind of pet, a lizard. It's got all this world experience, but it either doesn't know how or refuses to communicate accurately what it wants. So there was an Xbox game sale for most of July, and since the last episode we recorded, I purchased a couple games on it. One of them was Small Land from 2025, which is kind of fun. I actually went back to Pal World, which is what led me to Small Land. Pal World had their big 1.0 update, and it's free through Game Pass, so I have access to it. And I was playing it for a little bit, and I was actually having a good time wandering around, exploring, fist-fighting terrorists in a cave.
As you do.
Then it was like, okay, but cutie, could you go back to your base and build a factory run by Pokemon slaves, please? And I immediately became exhausted. The sound that we often quote from the old SmackDown games when you run out of fatigue, boo, that was me. That was my heart. So Small Land looked kind of similar, and it's been catching my eye a couple times. I was kind of staying away from it because I didn't really care for Grounded, which is a similar concept. Grounded, you're Honey, I Shrunk the Kids into your own backyard. Small Land, you're like a fae creature. But it's still that base building, survival light experience. And I don't usually cotton to those. But I think more so what I don't like is the factory part of it. I mean, you love that sort of thing. Efficiency and planning a route and conveyor belts and all that stuff. It just doesn't light me on fire. Number go up isn't always the end result I'm looking for, even if it is a fun part of the process. And Small Land doesn't have that. It's pretty casual. It was pretty enjoyable, but it's light. There's not a lot going on there. It's a very, not stripped down, but simple. Up from stripped down. So I'm going to get some joy out of it, definitely. But my brain the last couple of days was like, it was time for me to stop working and start doing something fun. And brain goes, well, not Small Land. Okay, what then? The Thing. As in the video game based on the movie where a horrible alien monster assumes that, no, silly beans. The game we like. Brother inside my brain, I do not know. You have soundly refused 75% of the games we used to like. Sometimes it goes Marvel Rivals, and I play Marvel Rivals, and it goes, no, the good one. And I don't know what that means. So we kind of landed on an MMO, and today I spent about half an hour after about an hour and a half of character creation playing EverQuest 2, of all things, because MMOs are similar to the survival light crafting base building experience. And it was kind of fun, except that, it's super fucking janky because it's EverQuest 2. You know how WoW has updated to become more polished as time has gone on?
Right.
Graphically, quality of life. EverQuest 2 has none of that. No, they haven't updated shit. When I click on something, anything, talk to a guy, pick up a thing, loot a dead body, I have to click on that thing, and then a little menu pops up, and I gotta click on an option in the menu. And so far, most of the time, there is only one option in the menu. They just give me an extra click to do. There's no zone looting, so I gotta click on each individual thing. Sometimes, you might be like, oh, well, that's immersion. No, because if I click on a plant node, I can get like wheatgrass and coffee beans and flowers out the same plant.
Nice.
Wow, useful, but like...
Got them fantasy, all plants.
Yes. That's been my crump. It's been a rough crump. Otherwise, it's been more of the same as usual. I've been enjoying, slowly, Shangri-La Frontier. What have you been crumping, my friend? I'm sure you've had a panoply of delights.
Played Elden Ring.
Okay, it's time for the ad read. There is a link tree in the description. There you can find our Discord where you can come chat with us and other members of the trash pile. We mostly talk about wrestling right now, but if you want to talk about other stuff, be the change you want to see in the world. I do have books. The long-running COLT REGAN series is urban fantasy, and Red Company is a cozy lit RPG isekai fantasy story, not progression fantasy. It is the first in a planned trilogy. There's also our Patreon. Just $1 a month to get you gameplay videos a week early, access to any limited series we're doing, and exclusive videos, as well as at higher tiers, TTRPG content, with Wizards in Whites, my fantasy TTRPG, and Giallo Punk, which is based on the same universe as the COLT REGAN novels. You can get episodes of Violent Profiles a month early. You can tell us what to podcast about, what games to play, and a little bit more. There's a little bit of everything on there. If you could, like the video, leave us a comment, letting us know how you felt about our content today, and subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video drops. Moving on. It's bad news on the Two Nerds React today. We try not to do this, but hey, we did some with the Sony discless nonsense, and we figured we'd do a little bit.
Hey, we also cover wrestling, so it's not like we're,
Jesus.
We do bad news.
I hope you're strapped in for the next segment, kids.
But yeah, it's not a good one, not a good week.
There has been a lot of stuff, but it's a lot of stuff we don't give a shit about. And like we learned with the first, month of these episodes, that what we do when it's news we don't care about is here's some old news.
And then we move on.
Yep.
So we try and stick to stuff we at least have something to say about. Look, the new Spider-Man movie is out. We got to go see that.
Yeah,
soon.
We definitely will. I'm considering next week if we have the time for it.
There's other movies I think that came out recently that I'm forgetting at the moment that we got to go see.
A bunch of series that we need to sit down and watch.
But like for right now, I got shit going on. So does my compatriot here. So this is what we got.
Yep. Wonder Man, which had a wonderful first season, is not getting a second season.
That sucks. Like, it's understandable given that by all scuttlebutt and taking the obvious implications from the various statements, that probably, if not shelving the Marvel TV series after Doomsday, they're at the very least de-emphasizing it quite a lot.
I think that's wise. Because as much as a lot of those series, like Daredevil, I think we're getting more Daredevil.
Yeah, look, the stuff that has hit, we're getting more of. But the stuff that didn't hit, they're just done experimenting.
Honestly, I don't think that's so much the deal with Wonder Man, because I think Wonder Man was very well received. But when they said they greenlit a season 2, as much as I was excited to see these characters get more play and these actors get more work, I was kind of wondering how tonally different it was going to be and if the story was going to suffer because of it.
Yeah, like, what's the second season of Wonder Man?
Because it feels like it would have to be way more superhero-y, and I don't know that I want that from a TV show about these characters.
I don't know that I want that for that guy. Like, the character.
That's
clearly not what he wants out of life.
I'd be fine with him appearing in, like,
a team-up.
movie.
Shove him in an Avengers movie.
Sure. He's pretty sanguine about it.
Look, they did a good season of television.
Yeah.
They made a fun thing.
It was really good.
And, like, not everything's got to be 6 seasons in a movie. Sometimes you get it done in one and you can move on.
It was sort of like if BoJack Horseman wasn't aggressively depressing and about people instead of animal people.
Oh, and also the main character wasn't a humongous, irredeemable piece of shit.
Yes, that also. Yeah, it was just a cool insight into acting. It was about friendship, and it was a smaller slice of the MCU, and my homie Doorman had an episode.
Yeah, like, look, I really like Wonder Man, but it's just not surprising to me that they canceled it.
Speaking of cancellations, I'll squeeze one in here.
Of extremely unsurprising cancellations.
I'll let you ruminate on that. I'm going to squeeze one in here. Let's just break it up a little bit. DC was going to do a Booster Gold TV series. That seems like it's no longer in the works.
That makes sense. That shit was never going to happen.
Well, and I feel like they're looking at what has happened to Marvel over the last couple of years with this multiverse thing. Booster Gold, for those of you who don't know, is a time traveler from an alternate future.
So, like, his existence is complicated in a way that movie-going audiences might not care for.
Or TV showing audiences. But to the thing we're actually going to report more in depth on, react more to. Do you want to lead with this one, my friend?
It was inevitable, like Thanos. I knew this project was dead several years ago, because at a certain point, you just kind of got to accept the reality you live in. But I am still somewhat heartbroken to report that finally, officially, they've called time of death on Mahershala Ali's Blade.
He was going to be so good.
He was going to be fucking peak, dude. A Cottonmouth is one of the best MCU villains.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely.
And he's from the fucking Netflix TV shows, which are not always great.
No.
He's obviously an incredibly talented actor. He would have been phenomenal. His Blade exists in the MCU. He's in episodes of What If. I'm not joking. What is clearly Mahershala Ali as Blade is in episodes of What If. But the actual movie with him is it's not going to happen. And that sucks. But that does mean we might get Mahershala Ali's Blade 20 years from now in the Deadpool and Wolverine 2 team-up.
Until they're 90. That'll be the subline.
Yeah.
The tagline, yeah.
And he fights the other Blade. And then when one of them wins, the one who wins goes, there's only one Blade.
I actually don't hate that. So,
I'm good at this.
Yeah. Well, we're nerds, so we can armchair book our way into and out of any situation. That's our magic power. There was a lot of news about Dungeons and Dragons. We don't usually get to report on tabletop role-playing. I did mention a couple of weeks ago that they're doing a Vampire the Masquerade book.
Which is, a fun, kind of a hilarious coincidence. One of the biggest D&D shows on the internet, Dimension 20, recently did a whole season in Vampire the Masquerade. So that's, tie-in.
Mm-hmm. They are also, this is newly reported, doing expansions with Star Wars. Through Joe Manganiello, they're doing some more adult-themed products, including something that sounds like a Book of Vile Darkness. They're doing Eberron. You mean
like rated M for mature, not porn, right?
Have you seen the Book of Vile Darkness?
There is kind of porn stuff in it. Fair enough.
It is rated M for mature. These are just japes. And there's a bunch of other stuff. They're bringing Dragonlance back as a setting. The cover story we have here, however, is they're doing a World of Warcraft expansion again. They did this back in 3rd edition, and I don't mean 3.5.
They did a D&D Star Wars in
D20, yeah.
In 3rd edition. It was D&D Star Wars.
They had some different rules, but then when they released the Unearthed Arcana book, back when that was a book and not a web update, the rules for Star Wars hit point system were there as an option. So they held hands. They were similar. That's really exciting to have all this stuff available. We don't play D&D anymore.
No, we play Wizards and Whites. It might be in the ad read.
I hope it is. It's a TTRPG that I made that you can go check out at the $10 tier on the Patreon. But we would, if someone were going to say, hey, I want to run a game with you guys, a friend of ours, not like just some random guy.
I'm not against playing D&D. I just have a better system to play.
Sure. And, it's whatever the DM wants. If they wanted to play Vampire the Masquerade, I might go.
I would say no. You might get him to agree. I'm not playing Vampire. I don't like dice pools.
The dice pools, man, they're not my bag. They're not my
It's not that they don't work. They're a perfectly cromulent way to run a session of a game. It's not that they're bad. It's fully a preference thing. I don't like them.
It's the difference between me playing Elden Ring and me playing Devil May Cry. The first thing makes me go, this is fun. The second thing makes me go, I don't like anything I'm doing. Even though, zoomed out a little bit, they're more or less the same thing.
Yeah, it's not that dice pools are bad. It's that I don't like them. They're not fun. When I do a dice pools and I get a good dice pool or whatever, it doesn't make my brain go, yay! It makes it okay. There's no reward mechanic, so I'm out.
I just think they take too much time. But what is happening here essentially, and a lot of people have riffed on this already, but Dungeons and Dragons is doing what Magic the Gathering has been doing for years now, and that is dipping into other worlds to release products that support those rules. Yeah, brilliant. Let me play Ninja Turtles in D&D.
Give me D&D Secret Layers. Give me D&D Worlds Beyond Number. Give me, that's a podcast. Give me that. Make a tie-in. I want to be able to play Hatsune Miku. Fine, let's do it. Whatever.
I don't.
I'm not actually going to have to play this. I just want it to exist so I can go, look, it exists, and that's fun.
A couple of days ago, I was listening to something, I don't even remember what it was, and they positively referenced Hatsune Miku as you took off your headphones, where you usually sit about 12 feet away from me, and I felt such deep shame that you might think that I like Hatsune Miku now.
You know what, brother? I wouldn't care.
I know.
She has a laser beam. That's all I know about her. Good for her.
I try.
No.
I'm holding it in. You know what? Let's go to the next segment. Does that sound good with you?
Sounds great.
Okay. Guys, we watched wrestling this week.
Yeah, it was Dynamite. I had a fun time. It was a good episode of Dynamite. We split into 2 parts because of real life timing stuff. But the first part was basically everything except like the last 2 segments of the show, and then we watched the last 2 segments separately. I really liked the first thing we watched more than the second. The last 2 segments of the show were pretty rough.
I hated it.
Surprising no one.
There were a couple of like highlights. Willow had a really good promo.
I really liked the stuff with Hanger. I like that he seems healthy. If they decide to go with the storyline that Hanger's relationship with the world title was fucking toxic and separating from it was actually good for him, that'll be very interesting. That's not something you see a lot in wrestling. I still think that match stipulation is dumb, but whatever. We live in the post that happening world now, so move on.
I just haven't been given a reason to care about him again.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the wrestling itself was good. I like what's happening with the Don Callis family because it is so overwrought daytime macho soap opera that it just feels correct. It feels like it's living its dream, you know?
It's so much. I honestly think it's taken away from what I enjoy about the Don Callis family, which wasn't that much to begin with. But like, I'm having a hard time getting into Takeshita and Okada now. I know Takeshita's not there anymore, but he's still.
I mean, he's not there.
Right.
He'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's the whole thing is just a lot less compelling for me lately. Mox is all over the product. I
am aware, because I know the kind of person I am and the kind of stuff I like, that if Mox had not ruined my ability to trust him, I would be really enjoying the current stuff with him and Will Ospreay. It's exactly the kind of stuff I liked from Mox in the past. The exact kind of storytelling I think he's good at, but I don't trust him to land the plane anymore. So
I think he can land the plane, but then he does a few donuts with the plane around the tarmac.
It's just not, look.
And then he picks up and flies again, and the passengers are like, I was going to go there.
I have to go here. I have an appointment.
Is this round trip? Is this what this is now? I just get to look?
But I have a terrible thing to tell you, listener. Possibly viewer, we have stuff going on the screen now.
Yeah, look at them commercials.
I feel as though I've been given the They Live glasses. This is my friend's a metaphor he chose, and it is correct. Jon Moxley did a promo with Kenny Omega.
And Will Ospreay.
Yes, excuse me, Will Ospreay. I replaced their names. Will Ospreay did a promo with Kenny Omega. Excuse me. And it was bad. Not like kinda bad. Not like, well, you know what, nobody wins them all. Like genuinely, really, actually quite terrible. I'm baffled. This is me. I've fallen through the wormhole into the whatever awful mirror universe White lives in. The whole internet thinks it was really good, and I do not fucking understand that. It was not.
It basically, I think what happened to you specifically is it's gone and reinforced stuff I've been saying since slightly after Ospreay showed up in AEW.
There's this consistent character trait that you've actually mentioned on the podcast before, I think. John, I keep doing it. Will Ospreay. I am just so unused to criticizing him. Thank you for laughing at that. It would have felt bad if you thought I was serious. Will Ospreay, his character talks a really big game. He chats shit. He talks like a big, tough Englishman. But he's kind of a coward. He consistently...
It's a little more that he's a doormat.
Yeah, doormat. Doormat is a perfect...
Yeah.
He consistently will say, all right, if, you know, we'll say or portray that, you know, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready for it to pop off at any time. But then he will take shit from people in a way that, if he's portraying the character that he seems to be portraying, should lead to immediate drastic violence. Now, is that a good trait to have in a person in real life? No, but this is pro wrestling, so it's okay. You're allowed to just attack someone who says a thing you find to be uncouth, so long as you do it, and then, like, make a big official fight out of it later.
I think the biggest problem is, to put it very concisely, will often say, in various versions, but the nugget, the kernel is, do not cross this line. It might be, do not cross this line again. You have done it once and this is your warning. But that's what he says. He said it to Swerve. He said it to Omega this week. Last week by the time you're listening to this. He said it to a couple of other people I can't remember off the top of my head. MJF.
And then they do, and then he does nothing about it.
He in fact steps back and makes a new line and warns them not to cross that line.
Usually 3 to 5 times before he finally, and when he finally does attack, usually he does come off the better in that, because, you know, in kayfabe, he is legitimately one of the hardest, toughest motherfuckers alive, but he's just, if you could do this well, it could be portrayed as though he knows he's so likely to win a fight that he is a man who is reluctant to engage in it in the first place. He's going to give you rope because he knows if it pops off, you're going to end up getting hurt, and he's willing to give you that grace. But that's not how it comes off.
He doesn't have the face for it, I think, is part of it. You use the example of Hangman. If Hangman had done exactly what Will did, he would have been doing something with his face that showed him slowly boiling over. Part of the problem is that Will starts at boiling over when he's upset.
And then when that line is crossed, he goes from being a snarling, mad, angry guy to looking straight up poleaxed. Like, the look on his face after Omega slapped him was like he didn't understand that was on the table. And then when he was slapped again, he continued to be baffled until like the 6th or 7th time.
Now, I will acknowledge that part of this is we dipped out just before the Fed decided to galvanize that they are best friends.
And that's maybe on us, because
it has hurt this storyline's believability. There are people in our Discord, come to our Discord,
who've laid down the facts. They've told us, these guys have been friendly since 2024. They've really locked in that these guys are really tight bros now. But like, if you remember things before 2024, you guys fucking hated each other for years.
And they didn't lock it in until recently. They've been friendly since 2024. They've been on like agreeable terms, but we missed the part where Kenny Omega was the angel on Will Ospreay's shoulder, which I feel like is critical.
And you know what? Before All In, they might play a video package about it, and that'll help me figure things
out. Perhaps. We are going to the best of our ability, continue to be watching AEW Dynamite.
Not Collision. Like, I'm a grown adult. I have shit to do. I don't have time to watch 4 hours wrestling every week. I don't.
It's a lot. Especially when I'm having a miserable fucking time watching it.
Yeah, the fact that I always feel bad about dragging my friend into like the equivalent of taking your introvert friend to a party they're not going to have any goddamn fun at just so that you can have the enjoyment of them being there. That actually really does put a damper on my willingness to watch AEW.
I try not to. I try to go in with an open mind, and I'm like, okay, time to settle in. This place has got great wrestlers. I love the guns. I love what Leo Rush is doing, and then I get 2 hours of Jon Moxley.
Let's talk about WWE.
Let's talk about
it. It
could be worse. Ironically, SummerSlam is wrapping. Let me refresh the page. Did the final match end? Yes.
We're going to do both nights.
Yes.
this is just going to be a summary, our reaction, blind reaction. I literally, in my case, I have no idea what happened. I don't keep up with WWE at all. So you're going to hear me reading this live.
And I will be giving context and reacting to the situation as I can.
So, Liv Morgan, this is night 1 of SummerSlam's 2-night event. Don't like that they're 2 nights now. Don't like that at all. Liv Morgan defeated Io Sky by pinfall. I have no context as to why they were fighting. I like Io Sky more than Liv Morgan, so I'm upset about this.
Liv has been the champion for a while. She was, for some reason, in, I think, the Queen of the Ring tournament. It was some sort of qualifying engagement for the women's title. It was bad booking. I don't remember exactly how this came to being. I'm not watching. We didn't watch this.
No, certainly not.
This is like last week where we blind reacted to the show.
This is fun. This is fun for me.
Yeah, and I need to have something to put up on the thumbnail. So, good for Liv Morgan. She's in her era. I like Liv as a performer.
Liv Morgan is always, and this is, on me for basically not having watched WWE anytime when she's been really big. She's always just kind of struck me as Alexa Bliss, but like discount.
Slightly edgy, discount Alexa Bliss, yes.
So
but Alexa Bliss barely goes here anymore, so,
Yeah, you know what? Time moves on. Then, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys defeated the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. So, I fully don't know what's happening anymore. Was not Solo Sikoa the leader of the Bloodline? Last I checked in, he had taken over that stable from the people who were in it before and replaced just a whole new bunch of Samoans.
So, Solo's bloodline became MFT, My Family Tree, I think.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, it was really bad. And there was a fight between them and the Bloodline for a while. The Bloodline kind of fell apart, and they recently kind of got back together.
Yes, I see the Usos.
Yeah.
Have reformed it with Jacob Fatu.
Most of the people who were in MFT were released.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I'm glad Royce Keys got a victory. I'm glad LA Knight got a victory. He's been slept on. The overall theme of this SummerSlam, as I've been quietly...
fascinating for you to say. Because LA Knight has been slept on, flies in the absolute face of everything I've heard about WWE in the secondhand way I hear about it for years. No one will ever talk about anything except this fucking sunglasses wearing white dude who goes, yeah! That's
because he is fun and cool, and he's Daniel Bryan.
I've seen nothing about him.
It's
I've not seen any of his work.
Right. Because they won't put him over. So a lot of what has happened here is WWE's been doing these behind-the-scenes series.
Yeah, they well, I mean, look, kayfabe's been dead for 30 years. I feel like we're all past it.
And what happened in some of these behind-the-scenes series is LA Knight is one of the people who has been gotten this hangdog sort of, you can't get it. Like, it was after a match he did where there was a flub, and he was partly responsible for the flub. He came backstage looking devastated, and everyone who greeted him was like, well, you fucked your career forever, so...
So they're gonna push him.
Yeah, but this has come after, like, a year.
What you've said, that's kayfabe.
Yeah, right, because all the backstage stuff is at least half kayfabe.
That's clearly kayfabe.
Yes.
If you believe that LA Knight, having been given that segment, is not then gonna be pushed, you're being worked.
Well, that's the trouble with it, right? Like, it's the weirdest, like, second layer of kayfabe. It feels like...
I praise the second layer of kayfabe because, like, people are gonna be trying, like, this doesn't happen on, like, nobody I want to truck with is, like, really dug in on what drama is happening on the set of the new Avengers movie. Just fucking watch the show. And if you're gonna be one of the people who's, like, really socially invested in the drama of these people as real humans when they're trying to put on a show for you, you deserve to get worked.
Right. It's just the thing I'm talking about is WWE putting this extra effort into this second layer of kayfabe. What should be Twitter crap for the Twitter users who are, by and large, the people who are participating. Instead, they make a whole ass TV show about it.
I mean, it makes sense. I wasn't Total Divas like their highest rated show for years?
Oh yeah.
People,
well, that was kayfabe though.
Yeah, but it's what people want this. For all that I don't, people want reality TV. People want to feel like they are in the club, like they have secret knowledge of what the real life of this weird voyeuristic instinct that I watched a couple seasons of Big Brother, and I just kind of liked the game show part and really got annoyed when the drama got in the way of the fun game show. But people who aren't me want this.
Yeah.
And they want to be worked. They don't watch the show, so imagine if you watched this show and it was as boring as it probably is in real life.
They don't know that they want to be worked.
They haven't made peace with it, certainly.
They want to feel like they're smarter than the average fan because they're paying attention to the real story, when in fact the real story is at least half invented.
But if it was as boring as it probably is in real life, you wouldn't want to watch. You want to be worked. You want there to be drama.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, but they do. Yes,
we're talking to the prospective viewer of it. I don't get it, but like, they're going to make the content for you, and if it works to get LA Knight over, good for him. I have no attachment to him, so I hope you do well. I have really no attachment to any of you people. Royce Keys, I miss.
This is all my favorite AEW wrestlers are hanging out in WWE. The thing I will say is that I fully believe about at least half of the show is still not kayfabe. I don't know where the line is.
Well, that's because they're going to be very invested in making sure you don't know.
I think what happens, because of how long this took...
That's what the second layer of kayfabe is. It's muddying the water so that you never... Look, if we find out in 15 years that the whole CM Punk thing at AEW was a work, I won't be surprised.
I can't be anymore. That weird noise was my water. It decided to make the bubbles. Anyhow, moving along. Please continue.
Gunther defeated Nick Aldis by submission. Good. Gunther's great. Everything I've ever seen him do has been peak. He has consistently wrestled the best matches on any WWE show I have watched in the last several years. He's pretty much one of the only people on the roster I'm still emotionally invested in. I want him to win all the time.
I think Gunther is inferior to Greg the Hammer Valentine, but otherwise, I co-sign what you've said. Nick Aldis, for your information, is usually the general manager of SmackDown.
So he killed him.
Yeah, he's shredded. He used to be a wrestler. He's married to Mickie James.
Okay.
But he used to... They've been doing this building feud for like a year and a half now. And it finally has coalesced into this match. Nick Aldis was supposed to retire. Triple H said, fuck you, you don't get to. You're the GM of SmackDown again.
Yeah, it's Paul. Then, Fatal Influence, a team consisting of, for those of you like me who don't know these people, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Lainey Reed. And that's the time I realized that this was a women's match. Defeated the Bella Twins, Nikki Bella and Brie Bella, and Paige by pin. Paige is back in WWE.
Yeah, she has been for a little while.
I'm sure I was told this, but I had forgotten.
She was had the women's tag titles with one of the Bellas. She subbed in when the other one was injured because they were supposed to make their big debut and win the titles. And then Paige was like, Paige will be here. I don't know who Lainey Reed is, I'll be honest with you. I think Fatal Influence is a better group to win here because they are younger women. The Bella Twins don't need anything.
This is clearly the vet's putting over the younger talent. I'm for that. 7 minutes seems a little short, but whatever.
That's the Bella Twins. They're women in their 40s who are not always in ring shape.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Maybe protect your older talent.
Yeah.
That's, you know what?
They're in good shape, just not necessarily ring shape. Actually, Nick Aldis was talking about that. They told him at Saudi Arabia that he was going to be wrestling at SummerSlam, and he went, oh God, I'm in like visual shape. I am not in ring shape.
My cardio is not ring ready, guys.
So he got that worked out, thankfully, as I understand it. Yeah, the Bellas turned on Paige afterward, which people have also been waiting for. I don't care about the Bellas or Paige, really.
Next up, CM Punk defeated Cody Rhodes by pinfall for the undisputed WWE Championship. Now remind me, is that the one that's real or the fake one they made up because Roman wouldn't let go of the belts?
It's so much worse than that.
So there's another extra fake one?
No, I think, God, I can't remember now. Roman had all of the belts.
Right, for like many, many years.
Yeah, and then they made the belts, they made him do a fusion dance.
So that there's the hyper belt.
But then I think they unfusion danced them.
But now also so we're up to 3 world titles?
But one of the other world titles got merged. I think the Universal got merged with whatever else there was to make the Undisputed, whereas the World Heavyweight split back out.
So the fusion dance ended, and Trunks and Goten separated, and then Boo ate Goten to make the Undisputed title.
Why did you think I would know what any of that means?
It wasn't for you, it was for them. Good for Phil, I guess. I don't care.
The only thing I really have to add here, I don't really like either of these men.
I like Cody Rhodes more because, like, he's just a wrestler. You know, he's kind of like a shitheel, and he's kind of like a snaky dude sometimes, but that's kind of standard operating procedure for a pro wrestler. Phil's like a prick.
I think diva's a better word. He is the biggest diva I've seen since the 80s. In wrestling.
Phil has bought his own kayfabe.
Yeah.
And he has, to quote a dead man, worked himself into a shoot about how great CM Punk is. And that's really tragic.
I will say that when I was trying to look up the results for these matches last night, that is to say Saturday night for night one, when we record this, when you guys hear it, it's all the whole thing.
Tiny warp.
The Google AI summary said that Cody Rhodes won, which I was like, geez, why even bother giving CM Punk the title off of Sami Zayn if Cody was just going to win it? And Wikipedia, as we're reading from here, said Punk won. So I went to an actual website, like another reporting website, to get a tiebreaker, basically. And the reporting website's AI summary said that Cody Rhodes won, while the article itself said that CM Punk won.
So we exist in hyper reality.
I have seen photos of Punk having won.
Okay.
I also saw photos of Cody Rhodes' Guile helmet. It looks stupid.
You know what? He came to the match dressed as Guile.
I think he even had the music.
Whatever, then he should have won. Fuck you, Guile should have won.
Final match of the night, my friend. Do you want to tell us what it was?
Yes, Brock Lesnar lost to Obafemi. As I understand it, Brock Lesnar has wanted to put over Obafemi for something like 5 years, so good for them both.
It was a Hell in a Cell match, since we no longer have a pay-per-view about that.
Smart. That was stupid.
Yeah, Brock really put the guy over. I don't know what they're doing with Brock.
He's probably just on his way out. No?
Well, no, he retired. He put his boots in the ring and didn't ask anybody about that. It wasn't like the other times that have happened. Well, Jesus Christ. I mean, there's another layer of kayfabe.
I don't believe the boots thing. I was told once that the boots thing was a thing, and as far as I can tell from the behavior of actual pro wrestlers, that was them trying to work me, and it successfully worked, and it was a success, and I'm not going to be worked about it anymore. That shit's not real.
I have no, I seems no purpose in explaining what had happened now, so let's move on, I guess, to night 2.
Well, I still kind of want to know.
All right, then.
I want to know the story. I don't believe it to be IRL.
You know what? Brock made overtures that he was retiring after their first match where he put Obafemi over.
Right.
Paul Heyman reacted. Now, he's a very good actor, so again, this might be kayfabe. Paul Heyman reacted like, you are not supposed to do that. And I am told by reporters that there were backstage problems because Brock was not supposed to. They put this in Minneapolis for him.
Okay. So, okay. Maybe he went off on his own.
Well, yeah, because he's the
even
kind
if it is fake, he might have not gotten permission to do that fake thing.
Sure, yes. He's definitely on the way out. If this wasn't his last match, there's like one other stop that he might still be involved in. Oh, Saudi Arabia. The next time, WrestleMania. I
can't believe they're putting in wrestle. You know what? I'm going to move the fuck on before I upset myself.
But he did a good job putting Oba over. I saw a Facebook post, don't read the comments, where people were mad that Obafemi has such a hot streak right now. and that he's getting put over.
Blame Brock Lesnar, dog. It's his idea.
Well, and like Oba's awesome. They're just mad that his power level is too high, and now it's not going to be believable when he loses a match against someone else.
Oh yeah, power scalers. I have news for power scalers. Writers, creatives, they don't care. They don't care. Okay, some of them will make an effort to try and make it make sense, but I've never heard an interview from someone who made a thing, all the shit that you guys power scale about. I've never heard an interview from one of those people where they go, oh yeah, that's really important to me. I try and make sure that all makes logical. They don't care. You should not be as invested in this as you are.
As John Cena put it when he went against Roman Reigns a couple of years ago, I don't have to be the best wrestler for the whole match. I just have to be better for 3 seconds.
Just calm down.
I felt that was ridiculous, so I wanted to highlight it. Night 2, man. We got a couple matches here. Why don't we talk about them?
Okay. Night 2 of the second night of SummerSlam. I did that twice on purpose because, again...
No, do it again. Do it again.
No, I'm keeping it to 2.
Okay.
To match them.
Okay.
I want to match their energy.
All right.
Because it being 2 nights is ridiculous.
Yes.
Kevin Owens defeated Finn Balor, Gunther again, and Sami Zayn by pinfall. Poor Gunther, pulling double duty.
He likes fighting, though.
He does enjoy a good fight.
Yeah. He'll wrestle night 3. What do you guys, just Gunther?
He's the number 1 contender. We're gonna get Kevin Owens versus CM Punk.
Which, if I gave a shit, that's pretty hot.
I mean, yeah, that's a dream match for some people.
If that ham roll-up with the cream cheese inside had not fallen down my dirty cat hair-covered stairs, that's a good-looking ham roll-up.
Yeah, like, look, I'm mostly just happy that Kevin Owens is wrestling
Yes,
again.
he can move.
I'm so happy. His stupid ladder spot that didn't even look that good didn't end his career.
I mean, it looked real.
Yes. It looked gnarly as fuck, but not in a good way. It didn't make me go, oh, nasty spot. It made me go, oh, fuck, is he alive?
Would you like to read a sentence you didn't think you were ever going to read?
Sure, let's go. Baron Corbin defeated Trick Williams, accompanied by Lil Yachty, by pinfall. Baron Corbin has a job again.
Mm-hmm.
He defeated Trick Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Only vaguely aware who that is.
We've seen Trick. He's really good. He's that athletic guy that was on that NXT we watched.
I'm vaguely aware.
Yeah.
And then Lil Yachty is a rapper, right?
Yes, I believe so.
He's not... Okay, I just wanted to make sure I had that right.
Baron Corbin is the United States champion now.
Oh, that was for the U.S. title?
Yeah, for the U.S. title.
Good for you, Baron Corbin. I hope that they let you protect your finish. Because I know for a fact it's the only thing you actually care about.
What a timeline. What a weird fucking time. We're going to get Big Cass and, what's his name? Lil Marky Mark? What was that guy's name again? Enzo Amore. We're going to get them back soon, too.
Wait, no, for real? Enzo's getting rehired?
Yeah,
How? In what universe do they let that HR risk back in the building?
Maybe he's better now.
Okay, dog.
But you know what? Hey, Brock Lesnar was here.
Time heals all wounds. Whatever,
I suppose. Man. Anyway, the interim WWE Women's Championship was on the line in a 5-way ladder match. Can you give me the result of that, please?
Interim's always a weird thing to hear. That implies some bullshit went down. But Charlotte Flair was in the match. Jade Cargill was in the match. Lash Legend was in the match. Fucking like dope Legend. Name, yeah, Lash Legend.
Legend's great. We saw her in the Royal Rumble. She's tall as fuck.
Tiffany Stratton was in the match. None of them won. Chelsea Green won.
I'm happy for Chelsea. This is more second layer of kayfabe bullshit, or Michael P.S. Hayes is a jackass, which is also true.
No, I just believe that to be true.
Yeah, but that's kind of why I'm like, I don't know. And you know what?
Michael P.S. Hayes is just a jackass. Like, that's been known for fucking ever.
There's 2 things that make me not believe the Unreal, I think is the name of the show, is fully
They
bullshit.
named it Unreal?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. I'm going to need you to lock it in a little bit.
One thing is, the people that keep getting shit on that show are kind of assholes. The other thing is, Triple H, every time there's like controversy about that, comes out and gives a please clap speech about how, come on guys, pay attention to the wrestling, please. Please just pay attention to the wrestling. I'm so sorry. Please just pay attention to the wrestling.
Paul, if the monkey's paw curse of you finally managing to work your way into the top spot behind the scenes is that a new bigger bad like an anime shows up that is TKO and now you're stuck again taking orders from some dumb asshole who doesn't know how to do this right, you've earned that. That is the monkey's paw you've earned.
I agree. And ask Pat McAfee. Hey, I am happy for Chelsea Green. I think she's a great talent. I think she deserves this. But moving on, Obafemi, with all those people yelling about his power level, he's been defeated.
By whomst?
I don't remember. I don't keep up with the product that closely. But you know who hasn't?
Who has not? There is someone in WWE on perhaps a notable winning streak?
There is, yes.
Who is that?
Would you like to read the next match for us, please?
Oh, okay. I have no object permanence, so my eyes haven't glanced down at all from the previous match. Second layer of kayfabe, everybody. Danhausen defeated Dominic Mysterio for 100,000 human monies.
In a human monies on a pole match. This was monies that Danhausen stole from the Judgment Day in the first place.
And now he gets to keep them because he won them in a human monies on a pole match. Remember how I said about wrestling, you're allowed to just fight a guy and that's not a good trade for real life? In wrestling, if you commit a grand larceny felony, you get it's undid, waved away if you manage to beat the other guy up well enough.
I think it was last week. It might have been the last time we recorded an episode, but we talked about the TV show Bones and how you lost the ability to believe in that
because it didn't know how money works.
Right now, but if that happened in wrestling, that's actually fine.
That's fine because that's the rules of the wrestling universe.
Yeah. The nerdy bug guy just has to fight the evil hacker man in the ring.
Yeah. This Sunday at Bone Fest. Bone Fest sounds like a much different event. I want to retract that formally.
I either really want to go to Bone Fest or I do not want to go to Bone Fest.
I do not. I feel like it's the second one.
Yeah, probably. I would show up there in my necromancer robes with a flaming skull.
So disappointed. And
I'd be like, oh.
You know what they would do? They'd be like, no, you know what? We set up a second event for you guys. It's over there.
Tight. Can I get a hot dog before I go? Because those are some big wieners.
So, love that Danhausen. Love that he's being booked well in WWE. Happy for him. Get your paper, boo-boo. Get your human monies. Good. I want him to win every match. I want him to go on a 115 match winning streak. I want him to be Goldberg too. Danhausen, WWE champion.
I'm nothing but happy for him.
If straight up, you know what? You make Danhausen WWE champion, I will watch the show every week for a year.
Jesus Christ, you're going to put me through that, huh?
No, it can just be me. But if Danhausen...
I live 12 feet away from you.
If Danhausen wins the not the fucking fake ones you keep adding, the real WWE title, I will watch Raw every week for 1 year. Or SmackDown, whichever one
it's on.
Whichever one he shows up more on.
So our next match, speaking of favorite wrestlers of mine.
Yes. They've shortened it to just Penta. And also, he lost. Chad Gable beat him.
I think this is good, actually, for two reasons. One, Chad Gable and now the only Grande Americano put on an amazing angle. Chad Gable has been an underappreciated athlete on the roster
for a long time.
Since we first started doing podcasts talking about wrestling. Check out our Patreon, but don't, they're bad. He has been underserved. So I think it's great that he's got this title. I think they probably put on a really good match with the 11 minutes they had. Two, they have Rey Fenix now. They need a better tag division.
So now Penta can go to join his brother and become tag team champions.
That would be glorious. I won't see it, but
I'd be happy for them.
Yeah. I'm really happy that Penta won the title in the first place. He had a pretty good reign. I've got no arguments here.
Yeah.
Sometimes things have to end. That's okay.
Well, look, no championship reign lasts forever. Maybe Athena.
I don't think anybody has challenged for the real AEW championship, so I think technically CM Punk is still the champ.
No, that got vacated.
Oh, okay.
Vacant is currently the real AEW champion.
Good for Vacant. One final match to talk about, then
yes.
we can steal some mail.
It's been fucking 84 years. The Shield is still on the top of the card, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Rollins lost to Roman Reigns by pinfall for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Half-hour fucking match. God, can you imagine the pauses where they stared at each other across the ring? That's got to be 20 minutes of the match.
No exaggeration, it's at least 10.
It's at least 10.
I was the biggest Shield mark, man. You can go back and listen to those podcasts. They were bad. But, Jesus, guys!
It never ends. It never
ends. Time is a flat circle. We'll never escape.
All right, it's Mail Fraud. We're just going to do 2 this time because we talked about wrestling for a really long time. Wrestling fans, aren't you delighted?
No, we were mostly mean.
Oh, right.
To them, actually.
Royce Keys, aren't you delighted? Royce Keys counting all his money. Yes, I am.
Time to steal some stuff.
You know what? This is a really easy question, so maybe we'll end up doing 3. Gilberto writes into the AEW Games podcast. I hope you come back soon, AEW Games podcast.
We're running out of questions.
And no, we're not. And asks, do you guys think we will ever see a PlayStation exclusive on Xbox like Spider-Man or God of War? Do you want to answer first?
Isn't that literally... Haven't we seen that?
No.
No? I thought... Oh, no, because it was like... Technically, you could play them on PC... And, like, there was something where people thought that was going to happen, and then it didn't.
No. Sony does not ever want to play nice with anyone, ever.
Why would they? It moves units. If I didn't have a friend who has a PS5, I'd have to buy a PS5 soon. Because of an exclusive that's coming out. I want to play Wolverine. And I would have to buy a PS5 to do that if I didn't have a friend who has one who's willing to let me borrow it.
I wonder if through the course of playing Wolverine, I will get used to his stupid-looking helmet.
Probably, yeah. Probably just stop,
or
you'll stop
I'll just pick another costume that doesn't have the helmet. So that was a quick one. Thanks for writing in to a different show, Gilberto. Let's go to one of the other stolen questions here. Do special effects enhance or distract from storytelling? That's a weird one.
I don't pretend to vouch for the quality of the shit I stole.
You're sort of a grave robber in that sense.
It was just what was
mine's more curated.
It was just what was in the bag.
Because when I stole these questions, there were plenty that I didn't write down because I was like, that is not useful to us.
No, I just took, look, some questions fell off the back of a truck. I grabbed the bag.
You left that car factory in Fallout 4 with everything.
Exactly.
So yeah, do you think special effects enhance or detract from storytelling?
I don't know, man. I think it depends.
I don't know that I've ever been distracted from the storytelling by special effects. Maybe I'm not watching the right movies.
No, come on. We've seen some movies with some bad special effects fully pull you out of the moment.
I don't know that that's what they're asking necessarily, but in that specific context, yes, you're right. If the special effects are bad enough, I will go, what the fuck am I looking at? Why does this look like a PlayStation 2 cutscene?
I feel like I have an exact example of the special effects detracting from the storytelling.
All right, hit me.
How do you feel about Hutts in the modern Star Wars era? Even though they've been portrayed very consistently with their very canon personalities and general vibes, but I feel like there's maybe a part of the Hutts special effects that have detracted from the storytelling for you.
All right, 2 things.
Yeah.
2 things here for you. 1, I thought you meant Hux.
Like
and
General
I was like,
Hux?
There's no special effects on him. Is he a real guy?
Fake. Fully 3D generated.
Second, I don't think those detract from the storytelling. It's just another thing I hate. I think I can hate the story and the Hutt special effects separately. Now, we haven't seen The Mandalorian. We missed it in theaters, so we'll get to it when we get to it.
Mandalorian and Grogu, that is.
Yeah,
the show we've seen.
And there's a cool, sexy Hutt in that one, and he looks fine. He doesn't look like...
They decided they're no longer canonically made of PS2 graphics anymore. I have no idea why they decided that was the case.
I don't know how you did that whole movie and show rather, and then looked at that shit and went, "Yeah, that's good. That's ship
Well,
that."
that's probably that's good enough. We're out of money. Ship it.
I guess. But yeah, I mean, if they're bad enough, they might detract. Like in a worse movie where the story's not as strong.
Can they add? I think it's agreeable that they can detract, but can you think of a situation where the special effects have really added to the storytelling for you?
Again, the only thing is if... No, I don't think they have. I think they can help make the world feel more real, but like, I'm willing to give you some space. If you don't have the budget or a really big computer or something, I'm willing to go, oh yeah, that's not on a string you erased at all. That's floating. I'm willing to give you that room. You're making a fake-ass movie.
Like, I know Spider-Man isn't really swinging on the web. It's okay, but I think special effects can definitely detract from storytelling, but I'm struggling to think of a place where they can add.
I don't know if they detract from storytelling. They can detract from my overall experience of the piece of media.
And that's fair, too. I think that's a fair way of phrasing it, certainly.
I mean, there are times possibly where I might get distracted for a minute because something that Abominable walks on screen and is like, "Hello, I am normal."
I guess maybe...
But, like, I'll get back into it.
I guess maybe, like, in the X-Men movies, when you can visually see Wolverine healing, that adds, because it's cool, more visceral.
Yeah. When you use it to do storytelling that would be... impossible
otherwise.
Or awkward.
Yeah.
How's Logan doing? Well, he's healing up right before our very eyes off screen.
Yeah, exactly.
So thank you, dead guy, whose grave you robbed. We'll do one more because the first one was super short. Oh man, here's another easy, quick one. Do you enjoy, asks Carlos, do you enjoy playing any non-traditional sports games? I'm going to guess Carlos, Ozraki. Is that how you say his name? The guy, Rocco?
Sure.
Okay.
What do we mean?
Non-traditional sports games.
What's a traditional sports game?
I think that's like, your football, your baseball, your basketball.
Caber tossing is a very traditional sport, but I feel like a caber tossing game might be plugged as a non-traditional sports game. What do you mean?
All right, you butt wiener. What would you call the football, baseball, basketball? What do you call that if not a traditional sport?
No, those are the traditional sports games. Those are the sports games that have been made traditionally. I know what he means. I'm just being an asshole.
I would say maybe mainstream, to be fair, but...
I have enjoyed... I don't currently enjoy playing it, but like Hot Shots Golf back in the day was fun.
Oh, I played a lot of Tiger Woods PGA Tour.
I'm American, so the soccer games I've played back in the day were relatively okay. None of them have ever been really all that fun.
I'm American, so I've never enjoyed a football game.
I
like hockey.
Yeah,
that's on the borderline.
Though. I was going to say that's an edge case.
Yeah. If you want to call wrestling sports, we like wrestling games.
Look, if we're, you know what, if wrestling games are a non-traditional sports games, yes, I love those. They're fun.
Yeah. Riddick Bowe Boxing. That's a solid title.
There you go. Yeah. I mean, it's almost like one of us has a much more comprehensive knowledge of esoteric games about sports and fighting.
Is that you?
Yes, secretly I'm behind Violent Profiles. He's just the voiceover guy.
It's just because I've got such a handsome voice. So now, with my handsome voice, I will thank some people. That includes our Trash Elite, Dustin and Kitty Holbrook, and a guy from Ohio, Elite 2, Rob. As well as Passion Killer 711, Destrucity KTL, Drake Starstorm, and DG. We hear from KTL, Drake Starstorm, Passion Killer, a guy from Ohio. I hear from Dustin and Kitty Holbrook a lot. DG never says anything anywhere, and he's still here. He's still patronizing. He went away for a second, and then he re-upped the Patreon.
We're happy to have you here,
Special
DG.
shout out to DG. Do you have anything else you want to say to close us out with today, my friend?
God, you know what? It's not funny anymore for me to just go no. Until next time, white out.